All right. What is up, everyone? We will be starting, or the press conference will be starting in about 30 minutes. 30 minutes. So what's up to everyone here? We got 77 people watching. So shout outs to all you guys that came out to the pre-stream. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the first track. That was Mass Effect. That's my favorite EA franchise, is Mass Effect. So I played the what was it? The Suicide Mission. Suicide Mission for you guys. This track that's playing right now, or if you guys can hear it, it's the Elusive Man. If you have not played Mass Effect, play Mass Effect, and I'm hoping and I'm praying. So I'm just gonna go ahead and give you guys my prediction right now for what EA is going to do. I'm hoping and I'm praying for Mass Effect like remastered, like a Mass Effect 1, Mass Effect 2, Mass Effect 3, all remastered, 1080p 60 frames per second, PS4, Xbox One. That would be a day one buy. That would be day one for me. That would actually be a game that I'm excited to play from EA. So yeah, that's what I'm hoping for. I even put on my EA Play red t-shirt for you guys. So, no, just kidding, it's an Iron Man t-shirt. But still, it's the red from EA Play. So, I'm trying to be positive about EA. I know it's hard, but I'm trying to be positive about them. But, we'll see. We'll see what happens, right? That's what we're gonna see. You guys are gonna hear a Windows sound real quick just because I'm gonna turn this down just a bit. Alright, so... Alright guys, so what are you guys' predictions? We'll talk about EA, what you guys think. I don't really have much to say about them. I know I do have some EA fans here. So what are you guys' predictions for EA? What do you guys think they're gonna do? Let me hear it. We'll do that for 30 minutes till this thing gets going, man. And shout outs to everyone that was here for PE Arena as well. Thank you guys for playing Mario Kart with me. Shout outs to Upper Nimbus for winning that one. Still another 30 minutes. Nope, still another 30 minutes. It's 11 a.m. This is the pre-stream, so it's up to you whether you want to stay or not. But yeah, you can just hang out, talk about some games. So let's see here. How long will the EA presentation be? I heard an hour and a half, but I mean, I'm not 100% sure. Apparently on EA's press conference or whatever it is, they say that the EA press conference promises gameplay reveals, big announcements, and some of the biggest content creators in gaming. So there's gonna be YouTubers there talking about stuff, and Twitch streamers. The confirmed appearances include Anthem, Battlefield 5, and EA Sports titles. So that's pretty much all that we know so far. Microtransactions, the game, yeah. I mean, we haven't heard that one before. Yeah, just to let you guys know, this is not going to be the format when we go live. When we go live with the EA conference, I will not be like this. It will be looking like, it'll look like this. So
in and enjoy the fan fest and have
there's
a great
already,
weekend,
they're already talking about stuff here,
All right,
as you can see.
So for you guys.
It'll be like this though.
You look at you two in your matching jerseys. What are your names?
Hi, my name is Jacob, aka Lord Jacob 97 on Xbox.
Greg,
All right,
AKA
enough of that. Enough of that. Like, I already don't like it. I'm already mad. I already want to turn this crap off, dude. It took me a couple seconds of watching. I already want to turn that crap off. My name is Lord Jacob on Xbox. Oh. Oh, you guys don't know how bad I just want to turn this off and like go play Xenoblade or something. All right, give me your predictions, guys. What do you guys think is gonna happen for this? I don't know why that honestly triggered me. I'm not joking. That small segment of that young lady talking to those people triggered me right now. That actually triggered me. Anyway, you guys got some predictions. I'll read them off. What do you guys think? Are you guys excited for Anthem? You guys looking forward to that? Hayden says, I predict Star Wars game from Respawn, Unravel 2, Plants vs. Zombies, Garden Warfare 3, and Skate 4. Okay. All right. Loot box hype. 1 second in. I know, dude. 1 second in and I was already upset. I was really already upset. 1 second in, I was upset. Like I'm sorry, real one gaming. I'm sorry. Okay. Shout outs to. Okay, Andy, if you really want to be on this week, you can be on, dude. It's all good. You can be on too. Andy with the $2 donation said, yeah, you asked to be on last week. Okay. Yeah, well, you're hitting me up way too far in advance. You know, I'm forgetting things, dude. Like, you hit me up so far in advance that I forget things. So, Andy, if you want to be on, that's cool. You can be on, dude. You gotta hit me up like a day or two before, because your boy forgets stuff, especially this week, dude. I was in freaking court and doing court proceedings. I do not remember what people told me last week. I have no idea what was going on last week. Your boy was being ace attorney, but it's all good, dude. Andy, you can come on, man. Shout outs to Alton V. Hit us with the $1.99 donation through Super Chat. Streamlabs. No, I'm joking. You Streamlabs. I'm joking. But no, thank you, Andy. I appreciate the dollar donation. You didn't have to donate though, dude. You could have just messaged me on Twitter and just said, hey, you said you can be on last week. So yeah. Shout outs to Alton though. Thank you for the $1.99 donation, and thank you, Andy, for the $2 donation as well. Thank you. Appreciate that. Let's see here. Could someone tell me who's supposed to be presenting at E3 today? What do you mean by who's supposed to be presenting at E3 today, Mr. Geniceros? What do you mean by that? You gotta tell me what you mean, because like who at EA's conference, at Nintendo's conference, at Sony's conference? There's a lot of presenters at E3. Is this your first E3? Watching? Matt Rothard says, I am looking for an NBA Street game or a new SSX game. Those were my favorite EA franchises back in the day. Yeah, I don't know if we'll get any of that. What's up, Mark? How's it going, man? Loot Box Festival? I said I said I wasn't, but then I rescinded what I said and said, you know what, I'll try it. Why not? Just to come and hang out, because it's not like I'm gonna be doing anything else during this time period anyway. So we just fit it in, and plus it'll give us another thing to talk about during the podcast today. So there you go. How much trash talking do you think is gonna go down in this chat in EA today? Well, if this chat already at this point is any indication, there's going to be quite a bit of bashing EA, which is interesting. But yeah, I mean, like I said, I was kind of triggered just by that little snippet of what I watched there. I was kind of triggered by that, you know. So it is what it is, you know. It is what it is. So let's play some more music here. Kazumi Sweet. Kazumi was originally a DLC character in Mass Effect 2. Very kind of stealthy, uses dual pistols. Really cool chick. I love Mass Effect 2, guys. By the way, Mass Effect 2 is my favorite EA game. One of my favorite games of all time, and my favorite EA game of all time. What's up, Spinjutsu Kid? Let's see here. If you guys have questions for me when it comes to EA, tag me at Player Essence in the chat. Just say at Player Essence, all one word. You know, at Player Essence, because then it highlights it in orange for me, so it's easier to see from you guys talking to other people and you guys talking to me. So just make sure you do that. If you don't tag me, then it's going to be harder for me to see your comment or read it out at least. Yeah, 1.5 hours is way too long for EA. This is way too long. I mean, I think it's going to be filler. They don't have 1.5 hours worth of content. There's going to be big presentations on Battlefield, Anthem, you know, the sports titles. Like, there's going to be big stuff, like a waste of time. So yeah, it's definitely going to be way too long. An hour and a half? You got to be kidding me. So yeah. Dragon Age 4, is that confirmed? I don't know if that's confirmed to be here at the EA Play. The only thing that's confirmed to be here, Mama Mercy, is Anthem, Battlefield 5, and EA Sports titles. Now, Dragon Age could be here, but it's not confirmed, so we have to just wait and see. I mean, it probably will show up, but it's not a confirmation yet. Is that the fastest that you've ever been triggered? Yeah, possibly. I was literally triggered within a couple seconds into that EA Play, whatever. I was triggered about something. something already upset me. But yeah, that was definitely the fastest that I've been triggered for a live stream. Absolutely. Let's see here. That better be. Well, we'll have to wait and see, Mama Mercy. We'll have to wait and see what they're gonna do. We still have a little bit of time, guys. About 15 minutes till the show starts. So go ahead and get all your questions in. Once the show starts, you will not be hearing notifications like, you know, the stuff that was popping up. You will not be hearing that. That is disabled on there, and you won't be hearing me talk to. I'm gonna put my mic pretty low unless I want to say something in between, like the lull. Then I'll be up, but I'm gonna try to be quiet so you guys can listen. And of course, the volume will be high enough. So yeah. I know it's not going to be good for you, Unbound Gamer, if Mama Mercy does not get her Dragon Age. Yo, what's up, G5? You didn't miss anything, dude. You missed nothing. You missed nothing. Before you play. Triggered! Alright, man. It's all good, Katana Riku. You can catch the replay, or we do have the podcast later that you can catch. We'll have a recap of everything that happened. Yeah, Dragon Age. Hopefully that's there. Dragon Age is not announced is not going to be announced for Switch. EA will have barely any games for Switch at this, guys. Don't go in expecting that. I know you were joking, but don't go in expecting Switch titles and Switch games and all this stuff from EA. It's not happening. You know, not going to happen. So don't go in expecting that. Pyra, it's not going to happen, guys. Switch support's not happening. It's just not happening. I don't know why people keep on hoping and praying for EA. You might as well just play something else. There's a lot of games out there. It's not coming from EA. They have no confidence in the Switch. They don't care about the Switch. They never will care about the Switch. They don't need the Switch. So if you don't need the Switch, you don't care about the Switch, you don't have anything planned for the Switch, then there's no point in hoping for something. It's ridiculous. They're not going to be supporting Switch, guys. They're not going to be supporting Switch with much content. Maybe we get a game or two, but there's not going to be much. It's just the way it is. All right, so I'm going to post I'm live with the EA Play conference thingy. So, guys, hey guys, what's really going to help me out though, cuz we have quite a bit of people watching. If you guys can hit that like button, get more likes in just so we can get some more people into the live stream, that would be fantastic. Fantastic. So, guys, go ahead and hit that like button if you haven't already done so. Show some love for your boy. I just know last year's show was trash. Yeah, I got about 15 minutes. Like it's your job. Is a new Lord of the Rings possible? Yeah, it's possible. Anything is possible. New Lord of the Rings, absolutely. You guys want a new Lord of the Rings? By Frodo's mother, we will get a new Lord of the Rings. I swear by Frodo's mother, we will get a brand new Lord of the Rings game just for you. I'm sleepy, but I'm here for the stream. Yo, shout outs, man. Thank you for coming out. I don't have much to say about EA, guys. I'm sorry. This is a trash pre-stream, dude. I don't have much to say about it. Everyone's just trying to make jokes about EA. Oh my gosh, dude. All right, let's play. I think the best thing about this live stream so far has been the music that I've been playing. Let me see what's next. This is still Kazumi's theme. I'm a sequel to the SNES Lord of the Rings game. There was a Super Nintendo Lord of the Rings game? I didn't know. Zemma Duvant says, hopefully they have a way out guy host the show. Look at the Oscars! I'm not using my middle finger, guys. I'm not using my real middle finger. It's like the Oscars. Beat the Oscars. Beat the Oscars. Yeah, video games. Oh my god. Yeah, that guy needs to host everything. He needs to host E3. He needs to host the Nintendo Directs. He needs to host the World Championships. That guy should be hosting everything. He should really be hosting everything. I don't see why he's not. That's the thing. I don't see why he's not hosting more. He should really be hosting everything. Did you guys see Jeff Keighley's face with that guy? Jeff Keighley was like, less high. EA more like belongs in trash. I haven't heard that one before. Oh man. Dude, EA Play is going to be awesome. You guys are just negative Nancy's. Stop being such negative Nancy's. Stop it. Stop being such negative Nancy's. Yo. That one's theme. That's a strong one. EA equals end all. He needs to be the host of the Oscars. Oh yeah, Divide 2. Absolutely, man. He needs to be the host of the Oscars. He's like, well, I don't want to be here and beep all of you guys. But hey, Denzel Washington wins an Oscar. And the winner is EA. Like, it was like, what? EA wins again. EA wins again. EA wins every single one. Dude lies the whole time if he's hosting the Oscars. EA, no way out. EA, no way out. Okay, Jackie, man. That's definitely not what that means. Electronic Arts? Oh, man. I still wouldn't watch that show because I don't want to give any hype to that dude, Andy. Do you guys have any good predictions? Let me see here. Hom Horfon says Plants vs. Zombies 4. Plants vs. Zombies 4 Switch? Okay. No. That's probably not gonna happen. I don't trust EA. I don't trust EA. All I trust them with is like FIFA. They don't even want to. They're not even bringing Madden to the Switch this year. I don't trust EA. I don't trust EA. What's up, Rufus? What's up? Microtransactions confirmed for Anthem? I don't know. Is there going to be? Darth Wesker is expecting more loot boxes? Yeah, don't expect Switch games, guys. Yo, we got... What? A surprise Toby Blaster? Let's go! Yo, my boy Room Black Cat? Oh my gosh, and you started it off with my pet peeve. I really... Why ruin Black Cat? Ruin Black Cat with the $15 big donation and says, I know this isn't much, OJ. I hate when people say that. Even if it's $1, I hate it. But I got you, my guy. I hope this E3 will be one to remember, my guy. Dude, first of all, Ruin Black Cat, thank you for the donation. But $15 is a lot of money. It's a Toby Blaster. I don't know why you're saying I know this not much. This is a free platform. You don't have to give me anything. So you can't sit here and say I know it's not much. You can't do that. It's a big pet peeve of mine. First of all, thank you for the big donation. Thank you so much. I do appreciate that. But yeah, Ruin Black Cat, dude. Thank you. Like, you don't have to say I know it's not much. No, that's plenty. That's plenty to give somebody when this is just a free platform. So that's kindness out of your heart. You don't have to say I know it's not much. You don't have to say that, dude. You don't have to say that. So yeah, thank you for the donation. Appreciate that. Give some love to Ruin Black Cat for the Toby Blaster. It's a Toby Blaster. That's a lot. $15 is a lot of money. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. Money for loot boxes? All right, I will spend all this money on loot boxes, guys. No, but shout outs. If you got the Monado emote, if you're a sponsor, you got the Monado emote, give some love to Ruin Black Cat for the Toby Blaster donation. I was not expecting any Toby Blasters. All right, let's see here. Let's just check out. Let's see where they're at when it comes to the live. All right, so. All right, let's cut the music. Let's do a little test, guys. All
that and more coming June 22nd to The Sims. But now,
how does it sound, guys? How's the volume? Is it good? Is it loud enough?
Industry. That's what I do. I've been doing it for quite a long time, and I'd like to do more. I'd like to learn more. So that's why I found Shannon here to explain a little bit about how I could get a job in the games industry. First off, Shannon, how are you going to help me get a job in this industry that I love so much?
Absolutely. Gaming industry opens up such a variety of opportunities
Sounds
and
good.
careers within this industry, and that's what I love about it. It doesn't matter if you want to be a developer, if you want to be finance, analyst, we have all types of opportunities for you, and that's what we're here for.
All right, so sounds good. And I think we had a Toby Blaster when I was just moving over. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and play it again. Yo, shout outs to my boy Fury Tiger with the Toby Blaster. Let's go. Yo, thanks for the love, homie. Seriously, thank you so much, Fury Tiger. With the $20 Toby Blaster donation, my boy is smacking them Tobies on a daily basis. This is the second day in a row hitting us with the Toby Blaster. So shout outs, Fairy Tiger. Thank you so much. Do appreciate that. And he says, I expect nothing from EA. Let's hope for some trash. That's all. Let's hope for some trash. That's all. Shout outs to Fairy Tiger, blasting them Tobies. If you got those emotes, make sure you put that Toby, you put that Rasengan, and you blast some Tobies with my boy Fairy Tiger. Shout outs Room Black Cat, Fairy Tiger. Also, Zach Brown with the $1.99 donation through Super Chat and says, it's not much, but at least it's not going to EA. Shout outs, man. Thank you so much. I appreciate that as well. I'll also replay that too. Get a little Zelda action. So shout out Zach Brown. Thank you so much. Do appreciate that. Guys got some Monados for my boy Zach Brown as well. Thank you guys for the love for the live stream. Thank you for the support. Appreciate that. Helps keep player essence running nice and spiffy. Okay, running nice and spiffy. Thank you guys so much. Do appreciate that. Battlefield 5 or Anthem? You know, I'm more interested in Anthem than Battlefield 5. I'm more interested in Anthem than Battlefield 5. So that's just me. Now, guys, when we play, real quick question for the stream. When I played that track with the EA, or when I went over and I tested it with EA, was there like a dual, like a double voice? Like, did it sound like there was two audios of the same thing playing at the same time, or was everything just perfect? Was everything perfect? Was there any issue with that audio from there? I need to know now. So once we get into it, I'm not trying to fix things while we're in the live stream. Yo, what? My boy Mark hitting us once again with that Toby Blaster. Let's go. Shout outs to Mark. Switch to PC. $15 Toby Blaster. Says put this towards some of those awesome new games coming from EA, my friend. All right, I will definitely not do that, Mark. On your own accord, I will not do that. I'm pretty sure you said do not put those towards some of those awesome games coming from EA, my friend. I think that's what you said. I don't know. I'm just double checking. But thank you for the Toby Blaster. Thank you for the Toby Blaster. Appreciate that. Give my boy Mark some love. Mark does have a channel. So, Mark, I know you're a mod here. So, go ahead and plug your channel, my boy. We got 214 people watching. It would be really nice if a lot of you guys went over and checked out Mark's channel. If you can. He's a really big help to the channel here. And, obviously, he has his own channel where he does stuff. So, it would be really cool if you guys could, you know, check out Mark's channel. So, Mark, please plug your channel and let people know where they can find you, man. Where they can find you. All right, so EA Play, you guys ready, man? We've got 3 minutes left till the show. This is gonna be a lot of fun. A lot of fun. So let's see here. Nice cut, OJ. Makes me nostalgic about when I used to have hair. Hey, man. Did you shave your head bald? It's all good. Sounded fine. Volume was a tiny bit low, but feedback but no feedback. Okay, the volume was a tiny bit low. Okay, so here's what I'll do. I think I know why it was a tiny bit low. It was because my speaker here was low. So you guys heard that Windows noise? Yeah, so that's going to put it at 50 something. So it should be good then. So it should be loud enough. Everyone should be able to hear it. Should have no problem. Shout outs to Bino Shadow with the $5 donation. It says press conference, #1 EA, let's go. All right, let's go, guys. Let's go ahead and switch over to it since there's 2 minutes left. So yeah, let's go ahead and switch over. There shouldn't be an issue since everything's going to be good. Let me go to my editor. Let me go to my PE Live.
What is it about EA Play that excites you the most?
I just like the transformation of the venue. We take over the whole block.
Can you guys hear it good?
Goes down streets. There's thousands of people that come through, have a good time. They have A-list talent that come and play concerts at night. It's a really good time.
One for good?
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Dylan. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
That's a little bit about the Palladium. And now, let's head inside and check out the show.
Is it good, guys? I need to know in the chat.
I was rapping. We're still going. Or not rapping. We're still... I was lied to. Welcome to the Family Fun Zone, my friends. This is where you can get all your real racing action on. It may be a mobile game, but say perhaps you'd like to play a game in a race chair with a steering wheel. There are 4 stations. Look at this guy's jumping the stage. He's like, I'm ready. I'm jumping in live. No pressure, but the camera's on. There's a ball pit over here. There's food over here. We're going inside. Let's head inside and check out the show.
I can't wait to watch EA's press conference. This is gonna be very interesting. Thank you for the donation, Frank Rodriguez, the $30 donation. Thank you so much, homie. Says E3 is upon us. This is for your hard work, man. Thanks so much for the live stream. Absolutely, dude. Thank you for using Streamlabs as well. Shout outs. Thank you so much, Frank. Appreciate that. I'll get you a proper shout out after this is done, and I'll get you another shout out once again. But we'll replay it. But they're doing their live stream. But thank you so much.
Oh my gosh, how cool was that? So that was Anthem. We're going to talk about that a little bit later in the show. But welcome everybody to EA Play. I'm Andrea Renee, and while you might recognize me from the gaming community, I'm kind of a new face around here. So this year, EA wanted to change things up because they know that I'm both a gamer and a fan. So they invited me to come and host the show. And I think this year is going to be a lot of fun, you guys. I hope you're ready because we're about to kick the press conference off. But before we do that, EA Play is more than just the show you're about to watch. Right behind these doors, there is a fan fest outside, and it is huge this year. It's a full 3-day gaming festival where thousands of gamers can come and play games for free. Now, inside the theater here, there are hundreds of community members from all over the world who are going to be capturing, streaming, and getting their first impressions of the games that we're going to be showing off here today. But before we can get to that, we've got some reveals, of course. We're going to kick things off with a look at Battlefield 5 multiplayer. Now, I know Trevor Noah gave you the first look. Yeah, we can clap it up. Last month, but we've got some new stuff to show you today. Then we're going to move on to FIFA 19, and boy, do they have some big news, you guys. Any World Cup fans? You guys excited? Yeah, it's going to be awesome. Then we've got 2 new indie games to share, and then I'm going to come back towards the end of the show with some of my favorite developers to give you guys a nice, meaty look at Anthem. And of course, yeah, we got the woos for Anthem. I'm into it. You want to do this with me? Well, wouldn't it be fun, you guys, if I told you all the secrets at once, right? Well, give him a break. He needs to just enjoy the show. So without further ado, let's get things started.
I already want to tear my hair out. This better be,
Right, it's time to kick this thing off. It's been 2 weeks since the reveal of Battlefield 5. And you know what? It's been exciting, there's been a lot of speculation, and so many brilliant remixes of a reveal trailer. But there's also been lots and lots of questions from the community. And we've heard you want to see more gameplay innovations. You want to know how customization actually works, and you want to know more about our take on the Second World War. So today, we'll show you more gameplay and why this is the deepest and most immersive Battlefield yet.
It certainly is. You will be able to dive and smash through windows to surprise your enemies. Where previously defenses were stationary, you will now be able to move these weapons around on the battlefield and gain advantages. And our renowned distraction system is back and more impactful than ever. So, well, you can't really hide from those pesky tanks anymore as they come chasing it for you, as they rip through those buildings. And you will now be able to customize your soldiers, your vehicles, and your weapons, not only for the gameplay, but for the looks, as part of our portrayal of the Second World War.
And that's just the tip of the iceberg in Battlefield 5. You're going to see a lot more of our new gameplay systems here at EA Play from our community. So let's talk about our single player in War Stories.
Yes, let's do that. So we want to tell you about those untold stories that got us excited to start with on this game. It's about, what you will see is really those moments of human heroism. It is about witnessing the war through the eyes of the men and the women who shaped the world forever. Real and relatable people facing the brutality of war. We started off by an exclusive look at the Nordlys war story over at the Xbox briefing tomorrow.
Thanks, Lasse. Something not to miss tomorrow. So, our launch in October is just the beginning. You will all go on an expanding journey through the Second World War. No loot boxes, no premium pass. Every day will bring something new. And as part of that journey, after launch, you'll get something I know a lot of you have been asking for.
It's Royale. It's Royale reimagined for Battlefield. So we bring those pillars of Battlefield with destruction, team play, vehicles into this new experience. So we will bring you experience that you haven't played before in Battlefield or anywhere else. But more about that later this year.
So with that, it's time to show you what makes Battlefield so special. It's the unmatched intensity of our multiplayer sandbox, and this time, it's even more epic, fighting across multiple maps and modes. Welcome to your next Battlefield experience, and this is your first look at ground operations. And this time, even featuring music.
Ikke en dråpe. Jeg elsker deg.
Sus!
Guys, I already knew Battlefield 5 will have a Battle Royale mode. I've known it for a while now. But yeah, they announced it.
Sonhei em tornar-me um campeão. É preciso determinação e vontade de vencer. Até mesmo nos momentos mais difíceis, tu tens de continuar a acreditar. Esta é a tua oportunidade de te mostrares ao mundo. Tu és um campeão.
FIFA has Battle Royale.
That's the UEFA Champions League, the pinnacle of club football, where the world's best clubs compete and icons of the game like Gerrard and Cruyff cemented their legacies. The world's biggest league joins the world's game. And a special thanks to the legendary Hans Zimmer and LA's own Vince Staples for collaborating with us on the trailer. And I really love the trailer because it captures our epic vision for how the Champions League comes to life in FIFA 19. And Lena's going to tell you a little bit more about that.
As Aaron said, the UEFA Champions League is an amazing addition for the game. It's where football's biggest heroes like Ronaldo and Neymar clash every year. And it's the place where champions rise. And you've been asking for this for a long time, and we are thrilled that it's here. And that's why we're bringing the Champions League across the game. There'll be an authentic Champions League tournament mode. Your club will chase this trophy in career mode. Alex Hunter will pursue Champions League glory in your story mode, The Journey, and in FIFA Ultimate Team, there'll be live and authentic Champions League content. And we'll share more details on that, along with all our other Ultimate Team features later this summer.
And all of that's just the beginning. As you know, the heart and soul of FIFA is gameplay. And this year, we're giving you the tools to control the pitch in every moment, from your tactical approach to the match to each technical touch. And we know how passionate you are about gameplay, so we've worked hard to shape and refine our vision for FIFA 19 with input from our community. From hands-on tests with beginners to detailed feedback sessions with FIFA pros. And we're going to be sharing a lot more about gameplay throughout the summer, but what I can tell you right now is that the quality bar in gameplay was raised yet again this year. So we look forward to everybody experiencing the game on the hands-on sessions this week. And also, of course, we're extremely excited for everybody to play it when we launch on September 28th. And that's our FIFA 19 news, headlined by the UEFA Champions League. But I just wanted to take a minute to pause and reflect. Standing next to this trophy is a little bit surreal. You know, growing up, there's two iconic trophies that every young player dreams of winning. And for your club, it's this one, the pursuit of Champions League glory. But for your country, it's this trophy, the World Cup. And with the tournament starting in just 5 days, we're excited for the world to compete for it in FIFA 18.
As you can imagine, all of us on the FIFA team can't wait for the start of the World Cup. And we want to celebrate with FIFA 18 players, which is why we've just updated the game with a free World Cup experience on PlayStation 4, Xbox One, PS, PC, and Nintendo Switch. But you can take Ronaldo and Portugal to their first World Cup victory. Or you can write your own story with some great nations who didn't qualify this year. Or you can make a crazy dream a reality for your home country, like mine, Iceland. Who would have thought that a nation of only 350,000 people would ever qualify? And you can feel their excitement.
Apologies to any England fans in the room, that might still sting.
I'm thrilled!
And Lena isn't the only one who's excited. FIFA 18 players are loving the World Cup experience so far. But we don't want to stop there. We want to invite everyone to come and join the celebration. So I'm pleased to announce that for a limited time, FIFA 18 complete with the entire World Cup experience is available for a free trial on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One and on PC through Origin Access. Yeah, you can download and play the entire game right now for free. Yeah. So to kick off the trial, we've got some of the world's biggest creators who are going to be playing live at the end of the show, representing their nations in a little mini World Cup tournament.
And this summer will bring so much more for FIFA fans. Plenty of FIFA 18 content centered around the World Cup, and we'll bring you all the details on FIFA 19. But in the meantime, let's all enjoy the World Cup. Thank you, and auf Ravistan!
Dude, this game is gonna be so good. I can't wait to play it. Can't wait to play it, man.
It is the big day on the biggest stage at the World Cup.
Good morning. EA Sports, FIFA 19. You know, the FIFA community never rests. 20 million people from 60 countries playing in competitive leagues this year. Well, the FIFA team never rests either, bringing the Champions League and the World Cup and so much other greatness to FIFA this year. We can't wait for you to experience it all. We've got so much to do here today, but I want to welcome you to EA Play. It's our third EA Play and our second one in Hollywood, and we couldn't be more excited to have you with us to share all the games that we have to show you. We've got lots to do, but before we move on, I'd like to share just a couple of things. The greatest disruption to the consumption of entertainment media in the last 5 years is the combination of streaming plus subscription. As consumers, watching movies, watching TV, listening to music, reading books has never been easier. And we believe that disruption is going to have a profound impact on our industry in the next few years. And so over the last couple of weeks, you will have seen that we announced a new team from Israel has joined Electronic Arts to help our investment to extend our thinking and extend our pioneering into this cloud gaming world. For many people, that's going to mean extending the experiences they already play on our partner platforms. For others, it's going to mean new games and new modalities of play across a whole variety of platforms. But for everyone, it's going to mean playing games anywhere, anytime. So this week, we've got a tech demo running. All of our games streaming in HD from the cloud to multiple devices that you'll be able to try out for yourselves. Now, it's not quite ready for full market prime time yet, but it is a promise of what we hope to bring you in the future. The second part of that, of course, is subscription. And we started subscription a number of years ago, and many millions of you have signed up and experienced the joy of being able to have full access to a great catalog of games. Today, we're announcing Origin Access Premier. So 3 things you need to know about it. Origin Access Premier will bring you all of our new PC games, starting with Madden NFL, back on the PC for the first time in over a decade. Then FIFA 19, Battlefield 5, and of course Anthem. And there'll be many more titles in the years to come. Second, you get access to the Vault, our library of over 100 games from EA and other publishers. And third, it will launch later this summer. So that's a little later in the year, but if you want to get started right now and experience the benefits and joys of subscription, come in and play a free trial of Origin Access, our base subscription, this weekend. Thank you and have a great show.
Another subscription? Great! Wow! I can't believe this, guys! This is such a good... I'm excited! But I don't see how. Got a real tight grip when I hold that crown. My life been good and bad and all around. The more things I lost, the more I found. Came here ready to fight on this night. You better just run for your life. Oh my gosh. Woo! Yeah, let's go.
Hey,
Origin
everybody. What's up? So I'm here sitting inside the crowd at EA Play, and I just happened to find Mr. Vince Zampella here in the audience from Respawn. What's going on, Vince? How you feeling today?
I'm feeling great. I love this stuff. I love seeing new games.
I mean, someone's super excited about that man on PC, right? Yeah. So, you guys may have seen that Vince was tweeting yesterday, and there has been a bunch of speculation. So, you want to just get right to it?
Sure. I mean, we're not ready to show all of our stuff yet. We're working on a bunch of stuff. It's amazing. The teams are kicking ass. But we wanted to bring a little tidbit. So we've been working with Lucas on getting the name and kind of the setting for what our Star Wars game is going to be, and we're going to talk about it right now.
Oh, you guys got any guesses? I bet you the internet is going wild right now.
I hope so. So the Star Wars name is Jedi Fallen Order.
Woo! So Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order.
Yeah, so it kind of gives you some idea that you'll be playing a Jedi.
So does that mean I get to like hold a lightsaber?
Yes.
So Vince, you got anything else?
Well, it takes place during the dark times. Trying to be a little vague here, but when the Jedis are being hunted. So it's going to be spectacular.
So for all the hardcore nerds out there who want to know like where in the timeline, like between which episodes is it?
Between 3 and 4.
Okay, all right, between 3 and 4. That sounds like a nice time. You got any other tidbits? No?
It's not a nice.
It's a dark time.
It's a dark time.
Bad time. Does that mean it's gonna just be all dark and serious?
It's amazing.
All right, so I think people are now anxiously want to know, like, when can we play the game?
It will be holiday of next year, 2019, not this year.
Sorry to dash any hopes.
No.
But now that we know, we can set expectations. We're all going to be amped up, and hopefully we'll hear more from you maybe next year.
Oh, yeah.
Well, Vince, it was great to see you. Thanks for stopping by the show today. We do have a little bit more news on Star Wars, so I'm going to toss it over to Dennis.
Hello there. My name is Dennis. I work at DICE in Stockholm on Star Wars Battlefront 2. I'm really happy and excited to be here today, so thank you so much for hanging out with me for a little bit.
Shaggy.
So we launched our game in November of last year, and clearly we didn't get it quite right. So instead of coming out of the gate sprinting like we really wanted to, we had to take a step back and make sure that we were delivering the game that our players really wanted. So we decided to completely overhaul our progression system and add a bunch of new character cosmetics for players to collect instead. So from there, we added a new hunt mode inspired by the original Battlefront games that I loved personally, starting with the Ewoks on Endor. And
yeah, let's go, Shaggy.
It turned out to be by far the most popular update of the game, and the team loved building Ewok Hunt. So, as you might know, we're currently in our Han Solo season with content from the movie coming next week. It's headlined by the new planet Kessel, a really dangerous place, and it features the return of one of our favorite modes, Extraction. So looking forward a little bit, this summer we will be introducing a new squad system to the game, which will allow you to team up much easier and play with your friends. We're also adding a new Starfighter mode focused around dogfighting with your hero ships. And looking ahead a little bit more, we will also be delivering a new large-scale multiplayer sandbox experience focused around capturing command posts and attacking and taking out capital ships. But that's not all. We know that you have been asking for new heroes, villains, and planets from a certain era that features a very iconic Star Wars conflict. So I'm excited to confirm that Battlefront 2 this year will be going deep into the Clone Wars. It's only fitting that we begin on the planet Geonosis, featuring multiple levels, including the largest level we have ever built for Battlefront. So let's talk about the heroes and villains. First, let me introduce the most powerful droid, the leader of the most powerful droid army in the galaxy, General Grievous. And yes, he will be going up against my own personal favorite, Jedi Master Obi-Wan Kenobi. Finally making his debut in Battlefront after all these years. But we're not done. That's not it. They will not come alone. Joining them is the Dark Lord and leader of the Separatist Alliance, Count Dooku, as well as someone to bring balance to the Force, Obi-Wan's unruly Padawan, Anakin Skywalker. The team at home is extremely excited to be building all of these cool things. EA and DICE are committed to Battlefront. We had a rough start, but I really think that this game has a bright future. Thank you very much for playing the game, providing us with your feedback, talking to us. Together, we will make this the greatest game that we can possibly build. There would be no Battlefront without you. So thank you, may the force be with you, and enjoy the rest of E3. Thanks.
Like, Scoop, Battlefield 5 is lame. Scoop. Zoinks. Unravel 2? I think Hayden said Unravel 2. Who predicted Unravel? A new Unravel?
Hi, it's really good to see you. In Unravel, we used yarn to symbolize love and the bonds between people. In our new game, we tear that bond up right at the start. You lose everything, including your spark. But when things are at their darkest, you find hope. And you form a new bond. And your spark is rekindled. And it leads you off on an adventure. So welcome to Unravel 2. It's a game about fresh starts and second chances. These two little souls who refuse to give up and who build something new and beautiful together. And the whole game is inspired by that spirit of optimism and togetherness. You see, it's all made to be played with two characters. You can play it alone, or you can play it in co-op with a friend, but there's always two characters there, sharing one yarn and working together to get through this adventure. This game, it's quite different from the first. It's both friendlier and more challenging, but above all, it's a lot more playful. And we think it's a worthy successor. And I want to show it to you now, so I brought some help. So please welcome Michael to the stage. He's a producer at Coldwood. And we're going to try to show you a little bit of what I'm talking about how you can play the game in co-op with yourself, essentially.
So this wasn't prepared.
There we are. So when you're playing it by yourself, you can essentially pick up the other character and carry them along through the more fast-paced segments of the game. And we actually tried to include a bit more of those, because we figured that since it's a co-op game, we wanted to have more like thrill and danger and kind of wow moments, places that were like fun and exciting. And then when you get to the more puzzly areas like this, when you're problem solving, you can split apart into two and switch back and forth between the two characters, because that's how we've essentially designed all the problems and puzzles of the game, that you're always working together and helping each other out and utilizing this bond between you to overcome any obstacle that you come across. So I guess I'll jump in at this point.
Yeah, come join me. So I'm going to be the red one.
Okay.
You'll be the blue one.
I'll be blue. A little celebratory flip there.
This game didn't flop when it
And
wasn't
the bird
on
is
Switch
back.
beforehand. The Switch doesn't determine whether this game flops or not. Why are people... I don't understand why some of you guys are so thinking that this game has to come to Switch. No, if it doesn't come, it doesn't come. The last one didn't come and there's Unravel 2. What does it matter?
There you go.
EA's success doesn't depend on Switch.
Can I swing now? Okay, you go ahead.
This game will do fine on PS4, Xbox One, and PC. There's a reason why there's an Unravel 2. Because Unravel 1
Okay,
sold
this is
well.
the scary part.
But Unravel 1 was not on Switch, and it sold well enough to get a sequel, so no. How will it flop? Flop based on what?
Faster. Sweet, well done.
EA doesn't
I'll go up
EA
and
doesn't
distract
owe us anything, guys.
I'll sneak
Okay?
up here.
Just letting you guys know, EA doesn't owe us games. If you're a Switch fan, they don't owe you anything.
Okay, your turn.
If you like EA's games, then you need to buy this system that they feel like
Keep him up
supporting.
with the left.
EA doesn't owe us anything. It's not like Nintendo is going to be like their bread and butter or how they pay their bills. It's not. So.
All right. I'll pull you up. There you go.
That's fine, but
now we can breathe again.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean the game will flop if it's not on Switch, though. That's an exaggeration.
So that's a quick little look at Unravel 2, yeah, I really hope you like it. And before I go, I just want to send some love to the team back home, because working on this game has been a completely amazing team effort in so many levels, and everybody has worked so hard. So there's a bunch of us from Coldwood here, and thank you to those, and thank you to everybody back home, and thank you. Love you.
I don't see why everyone likes this game so much. I really don't see why everyone thinks that this game is. I played the first Unravel just a bit. I'm not thrilled with this game, guys. But that's just me. It just looks like a. I don't know.
The sea waves are my evening gold, and the sun on my head is my home. I made this kingdom on my own, and all the mountains are my home. Your kingdom come. Your kingdom come. My kingdom come. My kingdom come. My kingdom come. My kingdom
Thank you, Martin, and the brilliant team at Coldwood. The game is really strong. These guys have done an amazing job, and it's clear that they have a lot of passion, and I can't personally wait to play Unravel 2 with my kids. But what's even more amazing is that we will make Unravel 2 available to everyone today. Yep, you heard that right. You'll be able to take these two Yarnies on their next big adventure starting today. The game is finished, it's out.
Interesting. The game's ready to go.
So thank you, Martin, and thank you to the team at Coldwood. Back in 2015, we started on this journey with the original Unravel to seek out the most creative, independent developers and bring them into our EA Originals program. It's been our way of helping these creators bring their unique games to the world and to tell their stories. And last year, if you remember, Joseph Fares was up here on stage representing his team at Hazelight and The Way Out. And I think we all kind of remember that. And you might even remember him from the Game Awards as well. I think I did. Anyhow, in March, that game caught fire. It's innovative, it's fun, and it's something fresh and new, and you all loved it. We saw over 2 million players in the first 2 weeks. And A Way Out is such a huge success that Joseph and his team are expanding and moving into a new studio. So stories like this drive our industry, and it's why we will continue to work with independent developers to help them realize their dreams. Which leads us to our next EA Originals title, from a little game studio in Berlin called Joe My Games. When I met this team and I saw the game, I was instantly drawn to how personal this story was. is one that carries a very powerful and important message. And it's unlike anything we have ever done. So please welcome Connie Gepper to the stage from Joe My Games to tell you more about Sea of Solitude.
Thank you, Patrick. I still remember during the pitch how enthusiastic Patrick was, and that afterwards, like, our whole team, including me, were super excited. It actually feels a little bit the same right now. I'm pretty excited, maybe a little too excited.
She's cute.
Thank you. We are Yomai, a small indie game studio from Berlin, and we are developing Sea of Solitude, or SOS as we call it. The whole journey from the very first concept to actually becoming a part of EA Originals is simply amazing. Let me tell you more about our game. When humans get too lonely, they turn into monsters. This is at the core of everything you will see, hear, and hopefully feel while playing SOS. What makes this underlying concept so important and so unique is that nearly every human being can at least somehow relate to or remember the feeling of being lonely. In my case, I started writing the story when I felt the loneliest in my life. I think as an artist, you process your emotional world by letting it out and putting it into your art. I'm still amazed how the concept seems to just float out of me right into the hand and onto the paper. I think this is also why so many people can instantly connect with the game, because it's not a made-up story, even though that it takes place in a fantastic setting. In SOS, we try to show how people experience different kinds of loneliness, but also how outsiders, friends, and families see those who struggle. We achieve all this in playful ways so that players who wants to simply enjoy a fantastic experience can do so. But player who wants to look a bit deeper can reveal a whole emotional world beneath it all. Sea of Solitude is about a young woman named Kay who is suffering from such strong loneliness that her inner feeling, the darkness, the anger, the hopelessness, worthlessness, turns to the outside and she becomes a monster. The game is about finding out why this happened to her, but also how to turn her back into a human. Ultimately, the goal is to bring all those emotions into balance. Some needs to become bigger, some would be better off a little smaller, but to embrace even your destructive part or your self-doubt in the same way you embrace your joy or your hope. This is what being human is all about. And that's what our game is all about. Thank you.
Is this real? This world that I live in is empty and cold. The loneliness cuts me and tortures my soul. I'm no child of destiny and no fortune's son. I've just chased you so long now, I'm too weak to run. A new day is here, but nothing is new. Alone in my room, I tremble for you.
but I'm not the only one. We are the one. We can shut you down, and we can put you on an island. Crossover, gather, gang. And we're balling. Be ready, because we're coming at you with the squad. Say it how you want. Trust the process. Run as one. Call next. Or be the answer. As long as you hold your course. Just remember though, wherever you call home, whatever your fit, or however you ball, you're on my court. I'm the one. I'm the one. I'm the one. And this is my squad.
I'm good on NBA Live. Franchise is trash now.
My name's Shea Kivlin, aka Young Kiv. I'm from Seattle, Washington. The only goal of mine is really to win the Madden belt.
Kiv's been going after that belt since 2016. At some point, he's going to need to get out of this quarterfinal and claim a major.
It's a big night for Young Kiv. He's been stuck at the quarterfinals.
And here he is now in his first championship game, looking to accomplish a goal.
3rd and 4, throws it low. T.Y. drops it.
That was a phenomenal read, and Trini's got the lead.
40-19.
I hate losing way more than I love winning.
Oh, we have an incredible matchup. It's a rematch. Can I be the one to touchdown, Kev. He throws it high, and young Kev is going to be your champion.
Can I play you again?
You want to get smacked again on TV?
Happy face! No! Madden 18 champion.
He's finally done it.
Oh God!
Okay,
Conference
how you
is trash.
Doing good. You still recovering from that butt whooping?
Wow, already starting. Okay. Hi, everybody. I'm Juju Smith-Schuster from the Pittsburgh Steelers. As you guys can see, king of touchdown celebrations. That's pretty fire. I like that a lot. As you guys know, this is Young Kiv, Madden 18, Madden champion. Like, give it up for Young Kiv, y'all. Give it up. Young Kiv, how has it been, your success and your path, to where you're at today?
It's I've always been a competitor. When I was in high school, I was playing baseball. I hurt my arm, so then I picked up Madden. And at first, I was really bad. I was getting blown out online, but I kept at it. I put more and more time into it. Eventually, I made my first tournament, but I had a big decision. It was the same time as my graduation.
Wow. Okay. So the key to be the #1 player in Madden is to hurt your arm in baseball. That's number one. Number two, you said you had the decision to go to your graduation or go to a tournament. So, what did you do?
I chased that money. I still got my diploma, but I chased that money.
There you go. We're out here chasing money. That's awesome. Okay, now the past few years, how has it been for you? I know you had some ups and downs.
It's been tough. I've had a lot of devastating losses. I've been so close so many times. I made the final on TV and got blown out by all those losses. It made me gain a lot of mental toughness, and that's why I got this belt.
That's awesome. That belt is so amazing. There's a lot of, bling on that belt for you.
This is horrible.
Well, today, EA Play, first look at the Madden 19 trailer. Super excited. It's going to be so fun. It's lit. I honestly wish I can stay right here and talk to you guys forever, but I'm not going to bore you guys. We're going to go out. I'm going to try to take this belt, round 2. So we're out. Have a good day.
You've worked your whole life to get to moments like these. To the very top of the mountain. You battled through the pain and failure. All just to get to this place where you've been told legends are born. You fall so you can rise. And you rise so that you can truly see that it was really Never about reaching the end of the road at all, but about all the moments that got you here.
This conference an hour and a half. They're showing filler. I mean, Juju Smith-Schuster or whatever. He's awesome, but he's on stage talking with the Madden champion. This is so dumb. What?
Would you let the moment define you? Or will you define the moment?
Live press conferences are trash.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Nathanius, professional shoutcaster, here alongside Redwood Studios General Manager Michael Martinez. How you doing today?
I'm super excited to be here.
Yeah, we're going to do this presentation a little bit differently and give you your first look at a brand new mobile game in a live, winner-take-all, head-to-head match. Michael, why don't you tell us the rules?
Sure thing. The objective is straightforward. Destroy the opponent's base to win. Unit control, super simple. Just tap the destination, unit automatically moves there.
Are they showing a mobile
To
game?
destroy the opponent's base is with this giant nuclear missile in the center of the map. Control the missile by standing on a majority of the control points. A bar fills up while the missile is possessed. Whoever controls the missile when the bar fills up will fire the missile. Takes 2 missiles to destroy the enemy's base and win. That's it.
Sounds great, Michael. Well, enough talking about it. Let's get to this match.
Absolutely.
You guys suck!
All right,
EA,
ladies
you
and
suck!
gentlemen,
I don't care if I'm
awesome
talking over them.
matchup lined
You
up
two
for you
suck!
today.
This
Fighting for the
whole
blue
trash,
side
this
of the
conference
room.
is trash!
Please
You two
give a
suck!
cheer for one of the most formidable RTS players there is. Make some noise for In Control.
They showed a mobile, they're straight!
Yes.
What is this? You guys suck! This conference
His
is
opponent
trash!
Fighting for the red side of the room.
I don't care how good Anthem is or this conference is trash!
Please join
Yeah,
me
you
in
guys
welcoming to the
suck!
stage, Nick at Night.
Conference is trash! An hour and a half? This is trash, dude!
Now, Mike, it's going to be a real clash of these gaming styles and the
is.
competitive backgrounds that these players have. It should be a great
Totally.
match.
It really is. I can't wait.
All right, are the players ready? Let's get this thing
They're
going.
Ready to go.
They're doing a live demo of a
Do it.
mobile game!
Kick this off. Nice little strategy game for those
Yes.
of you out there. It's a good genre. I'm very excited for this. The players are
With
loading
freaking
in and ready
announcers!
to
The match. Here we go.
this off as the players' bases have been deployed.
Are you
in
dumb,
the
EA?
Like any strategy game, economy will be the focus.
You've got to be kidding me! A live press conference for
I
this?
think you're crazy.
Now the infantry is going to come out to hold that top point. Both players, of course, trying to take that position. Nick at Night being able to reach it a little bit first in a strategy game. That flank position that In Control is going for on the top side. Also very
I can't
important
believe
as
this
Nick and
crap!
Night's forces have to circle around the center.
Right, let's see if
I
he's able
can't
to
believe
bring it
this!
2-on-1. Is he able to get there? Looks like he's getting there. Here comes GDI with a Rhino. It's going to rip up those infantry.
Yeah, going for the anti-infantry, and like any strategy game, the units that you're going to use when you deploy them will have a huge impact. Your micromanagement of your forces and protecting.
These guys are live streaming a mobile game, a competitive mobile game!
There he is.
And In Control placing the turret on the top right side to help cover that Rhino as attack bikes move towards the northwest position. We
Okay.
can see that the missile is beginning to ready and firing that. That takes out half your base. The most important objective on the map is to hold those control zones.
Right, and In Control making a lot of progress to that far right side of the match.
Yeah, he's done a great job of holding that down with the turret, and now he's redeploying his vehicles to the south side, bringing out more infantry to deal with the attack bikes. And as that economy ramps up, of course, we're seeing bigger, more powerful units come out. We have there the drill pod coming in the left side to help
There it
flank
is. Putting
those
some
flame
flamethrowers. Right, absolutely. Again, those are going to tear through those infantry.
Yeah, and In Control brings out his first tank. That's going to be used to try and help push back these smaller forces as he makes his way to the south side. That missile passing halfway now.
Oh,
Both
there it is.
two zones
Okay.
in control of Nick at Night. He will have the missiles. We see it starts to point towards In Control's base.
Let's see if In Control can get around to that top corner, able to halt that missile. He does contest the missile, putting it into the yellow position.
Yeah, very important, of course, blocking the pathing of those units is another big factor for this strategy. Holding those locations is so crucial as In Control begins to secure the northwest spot. Another tank's going to come out from
This
Nick
is a
at Night to
joke.
take it out.
This is a
But now he's
this
bringing
is
out
a
the missiles as well
joke.
to help
This
lock
part
down that
is a
north
joke.
This missile is very, very close to firing.
This is a
Let's see
joke.
What's going to happen?
with another turret. In control flanks. He takes the top. That missile
And that
fires off.
Wow.
And Nick at Night, one shot away from being knocked out here, as the next one will start to ready up in just a moment's time. In control is very heavy artillery force, been doing a great job at taking control of the map.
Yep.
And we can see as more of Nick and Knight's forces move up towards that north position, those harvesters, of course, very crucial, very important to protect those, as your economy allows you to get these big late game units. The units are going to come out a bit more slowly as you get more of them on the field. But In Control, just spreading his forces out, trying to hold this advantage that he's had so far.
Nick and Knight is trying to get in there, but there's a great turret placement from In Control, blocking and just ripping through again those infantry.
And we see In Control now moving his tank towards this
Another drill pod we're seeing with some flame tanks.
Yeah, bring in the flank. Of course, those flame guys do amazing damage to the infantry, help to clean that out. Meanwhile, 2 more tanks coming out from Nick at Night to try and secure those positions. He brings up the laser infantry on the south side as well to deal with that tank. Going for counters, trying to scout out and see what your opponent is doing and make the proper response is so important in strategy.
Absolutely. Nick at Night cruising around, thinking about harassing those harvesters, coming around the far side for those rhinos. Looks like he's really pressing it.
And we see that missile is starting to get close to firing with 3 zones In Control for Nick and Knight, looking to set things back the other way. In Control trying to rally his forces around. He doesn't want to engage with just 1 or 2 units. He wants to move all of them together, create a good flank position, and take over that south.
And we're seeing the first mech unit from In Control. This is the Wolverine. Gonna rip, and this little, watch out for this missile.
And Nick and Knight's gonna fire that one off and settle for next missile is gonna end it.
Next missile wins. Let's see what happens.
We'll have control. The Wolverines, as you pointed out, for In Control coming out to try and deal with these forces. But Nick at Night's done a great job of getting map presence and now also harassing the economy of In Control.
There he is. Yep. Wow. Okay, we've got our first mammoth tank on the board. If In Control can get this in position, he's going to do some serious damage.
That missile just past halfway ready. He's also bringing out his first air unit
to
deal with those.
A lot going on here.
It's got a lot of range, that big boy, and In Control just needs to hold
this missile is nearly going to fire.
It can be stolen at any point.
Where is it going to go? Is he going to be able to get it off?
He's got it, Max.
There it is!
He's gonna take it. Defeating Nick at Night here
legit.
2-1.
Dude, that was epic.
Amazing. What a match. Thank you so much.
That was awesome.
Any thoughts, guys?
I just came to make mammoth tanks, so I've done my job.
Yeah. Absolutely.
That was
Thank
awesome.
you
We
so
saw a
much.
little bit of everything right there.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Let's hear it for Nathanius, Nick at Night, and In Control. Ladies and gentlemen, what you just saw was the worldwide reveal of Command & Conquer Rivals. Rivals reimagines the real-time strategy experience for mobile. We're giving players complete, continuous control of their armies in quick, competitive head-to-head matches that are fueled by skill and strategy. Now, Rivals will be coming to iOS and Android devices, but I'm excited to announce that Android players can play the pre-alpha today. So head to the Google Play Store, search Command & Conquer Rivals. The studio has been having an absolute blast playing this game, and we can't wait for you to play. Please let us know what you think. Thank you.
Turn Command & Conquer into a mobile game. It's Command & Conquer into a mobile game. Good job, EA! Good job, Command & Conquer. That was for consoles. You turned it into a bite-sized mobile game. Oh, EA, we all love you. Wow. Thank you, EA.
Command & Conquer for a new generation. Now, before we close the show with a spectacular epic anthem, I wanted to share a few final things. I am blessed to be able to work with some of the most creative people on the planet who come to work every day to create amazing entertainment. And what I can say about all of those teams and what I can say about us is that we are always trying to learn and listen and strive to be better. And so as you look at the 10 experiences that you're going to see today, and as you play games this week, there's some things we hope come through. First, that at the very core is choice, is that you as players get to choose how you play, what you play, when you play, and what devices you play on. That in making those choices, you feel you are treated fairly, that no one is given an unfair advantage or disadvantage for how they choose to play. That for every moment that you invest, we know that you put so much of your life into the games we make, and that for every moment that you invest, you feel like you are rewarded and you are given value for that investment. And most importantly, that the games are fun, that we move past the grind, and that these are experiences that truly enhance your lives. And so, as we think through all the things that we're trying to do, know that we want to be better, and that we want to make great games. And that as much as we love making games, and as much as you love playing them, there's something that is even greater that we can do together. The power of this community when we come together to do amazing things is profound. Last weekend was the 3rd year of our Play to Give program, where we show the world how the power of play can be a positive force for social impact. Millions of you out there participated in 9 in-game challenges in our games, logging millions of hours in support of Play to Give. And to celebrate that, we contributed a total of $1 million to 3 charities that share our vision for a more inclusive world. A world where representation and equality are not something we strive for, they are the standards. And where bullying and exclusion are not an everyday threat. These 3 organizations, the United Nations He for She, PACE's National Bullying Prevention Center, and Ditch the Label, an anti-bullying organization, all are doing great work, and we're proud to support them through Play to Give. And thank you for your support. Thousands of us at EA and millions of you together doing immeasurable good because we love games. Thanks for being with us, and thanks for the incredible privilege of making games for all of you. Now, without further ado, let's take a look at Anthem.
The gods vanished and left our world in chaos, creating, altering, destroying. The anthem is all that remains.
There's a storm coming. These walls can't protect us forever.
Destroy us all.
couple times, and it's still cool every time I see it. So I know all of you, like me, have had tons of questions about Anthem since last year because we're all BioWare fans. So we're going to do something a little bit different for the rest of the show, and we're going to take a deep dive into Anthem. So I'm going to bring out some members of the BioWare team to chat with us. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm welcome to Casey Hudson, Mark Dara, and Kathleen Rutzard. Thanks, guys. Thanks for coming out today. Just got a little game to show, right?
Yep.
It's going to be very exciting. So, Casey, we're going to go ahead and just jump right in and get started with you. So now, we know that you all started, or Casey, you started your career at BioWare way back in the day, but you took a couple years off. But before you came back, you actually worked on Anthem before you left.
Yeah, that's right. So, you know, first of all, it's amazing to be back. It's awesome to be making games for BioWare fans.
Ed
you know,
Boon's
we have
cousin.
fans, so it's been super satisfying to come back to it. And you know, I just want to be able to continue the legacy of the studio, and that's kind of where it started with Anthem. Is just thinking about, you know, what is the evolution of a BioWare game, and we wanted to create a brand new world for people to discover. You know, a whole new world of story and character. But we also wanted to do something that was, you know, more of a dynamic and living world, a game that would change every time you came back and played it. We also wanted to do something where, you know, if you wanted to invite your friends into it, then you could do that as well. So that was really the initial vision of the game, not an MMO, not a multiplayer game with story sort of bolted on this side, but something new and different, and I think the team has really captured that vision over the years.
Your fans really love the stories from BioWare, but I think we're kind of curious how you're planning to make story work in this shared world.
So a great story for BioWare is really about characters that you can have a connection with, choices you get to make, and feeling like the story is about you. In a lot of multiplayer games, those things get diluted because you're mixing multiplayer and storytelling into the same areas. Now you can build a solution to that, but you have to really build it into the core of the game. And that's what we've tried to do with Anthem. It's what we call our world, my story. So when you're out in the open world,
concept art,
the world is really dangerous and you're focused on your mission. And this is where other players get to play with you. The thing that's really interesting about this, it's unique for Anthem, is that this is a living shared world. So whether there's weather or it's nighttime, what we're experiencing together. Everyone that's playing Anthem at a moment is seeing the same thing. And this is what we mean when we talk about our world. It's a shared world that we all experience together. But then when I finish my mission, I come back to a base like Fort Tarsus. And this is a single player experience. I turn in my rewards, I talk to some characters, I experience the choices of my action. And this is where your story really lives and breathes. And by doing it this way, we're able to combine that impact and agency of a single player story with the fun of teaming up with your friends to play co-op in combat.
And we're also designing it so that we can add story for years to come. So one of the first things that we hear when, from our community is they want to continue to play in our worlds. When they've finished Mass Effect or Dragon Age, players want more story. And so we've designed Anthem in a way that we can actually add more story for years to come. And it could be anything. A new moment with a character that you've grown to love, or an event in the world that deepens the lore, or an entirely new storyline and plot.
Well, I'm certainly not going to complain about more story. I don't think anybody out there is going to either. So, Kathleen, I wanted to ask you, from a writing perspective, since you are the lead writer, can you speak to what it's like to create a new world like Anthem from the beginning?
Well, what's really exciting for us, and not just the writers, but all of the devs, the designers, the artists, is that we're creating something new and mysterious for players to discover. So at the heart of the premise of Anthem is a world left unfinished by the gods. But the gods left behind their massive tools, and those tools are in constant conflict with this unknowable force called the Anthem of Creation. And the chaos of those things pushing against each other means that the world is constantly being reshaped in new and unpredictable ways.
Yeah, violent storms, mutated creatures, gigantic monsters. It's a dangerous environment that you need to wear a suit of powered armor, a javelin, to be safe in.
Now, something I think a lot of players out there maybe don't stop to think about is just how much work goes into creating a new intellectual property, or IP, as we've been saying. Now, we've seen all these different creatures, and Mark, you mentioned the storms. What's the process of creating a game like from scratch?
Yeah, it's something we've done a few times at BioWare. And really the hardest part is getting started, just kind of getting off the blank page. So what we try to do is we think about the new experiences that we're trying to unlock for players. So like, what is the fantasy fulfillment? What are the new things you actually get to go and do that are different from what you've played before? So that's where we start. And then once we think about those things, that's the power of creating new IP, especially for games, is that you actually get to build a whole fictional universe that's meant to bring out a certain experience. And then once we do that, then we still need to build all the rest of the stuff, and what unlocks us creatively is to think about like principles around art style, tone, and even the technology and the politics of our new world. And then from there, we can actually go and build out every last detail.
Yeah, and one of the unique challenges for Anthem is that it's a world, an experience that's meant to feel alive, like it's happening right now. And so the world is always changing, whether the storms, seasons, and it's a really great concept to write for, because what it means is it gives us the opportunity to drop into the world, almost in real time, a dramatic event that changes the world for everyone. And that could be anything from gameplay to lore.
I mean, all of the moving parts in the dynamic world sound really cool, the way that they sound like they're going to come together. But even though there's obviously a lot going on, it really all comes back to your character. So let's talk about who we're going to be playing as and why we're fighting these crazy beasts.
So you are a freelancer, uniquely skilled to pilot these Javelin exosuits. And you need those suits to survive and fight in this world, because the world will kill you. But on top of that, our ancient rivals, the Dominion, they've discovered a way, they think, to weaponize the Anthem of Creation. And so we need to stop them and protect the free people of Tarsus.
Now, I've heard you call this power armor a couple different things. Is it a suit? Is it a javelin? Like, what's the canon term here?
We call them javelins, and there are 4, and they each have unique abilities. There's the Ranger, and then there's the Colossus, the Interceptor, and finally, the Storm.
Yeah, so each javelin gives you a different way to play the game. But the thing to remember is, like Kathleen said, you're not your suit. You are a freelancer, a pilot, which means you can decide which suit you want to use based on your mood, based on the mission you want to engage in, or the javelins that your friends are using. So really what this allows us to do is we've built the suits to look like they're built from the materials of the world. So they each have their own unique abilities. So let's take a look at the Ranger now. The Ranger is a more generalized suit, able to do a lot of different things, really designed for up-close and personal combat, one-on-one for the most part. The Colossus is heavier, more specialized, but able to really pack in big weapons that let them devastate the battlefield.
I'm just going to say the Storm looks like it's going to be my favorite. I'm sure you guys out there are picking your faves right now, too. So the javelins look awesome, but we're going to take a couple questions right now. So Casey tweeted, some of you may have seen, asking for people out there to send us your questions. And the first one is going to be from @It'sSweetNicole, who asks, as a player who is all about making their character their own, what kind of customization options will be available in Anthem?
Yeah, so we really want players to express themselves, both through customizing the way their javelin plays, through gear and weapons, but also being able to personalize the way that it looks, both through paint jobs as well as changing the actual geometry of the suit itself. We want teams to be able to do this as well. And because you're going to be using a javelin for a long period of time, we really want you to be able to make it your own.
I'm glad you brought that up, because actually, Jay Legato has a question connected to customization. Monetization. How, when, loot box, cosmetics.
Yeah, so we are going to have some cosmetics and vanity items that you'll be able to purchase, but you're always going to know what you're going to buy before you spend any money on it. So no loot boxes, no ability to pay for power.
Yay.
So that means no ability to spend money on gameplay advantage at all within Anthem. But even more important than that, we want to make sure that Anthem is an immersive experience that feels like it's complete from the get-go. So that means a main story, a big open world, and an ongoing service that provides new content for a long period of time. New story, new experiences for everyone.
Well, I'm glad to hear that I can make my javelin pink. That's really all I wanted to know, I'm going to be honest. All right, Casey, we talked earlier about this being a co-op experience. So can you tell me a little bit about how the team gameplay in Anthem is going to work?
Yeah, it really is about, you know, the fun of teaming up as a team of superheroes and working together. So you want to get a few people together of different classes. So, you know, I think here we're going to see the Colossus, you know, just hammering people on the ground in gameplay, if we can have a look at that. So heavy artillery, being really strong, you know, in melee combat. And then here you've got the Ranger shooting down from above. And then they're using combos and special abilities and stuff like that. But what I love is you don't just run around, you're swimming and flying as well.
So it's interesting because at the Slate Tones wants to know, how will you balance multiplayer with single-player storytelling?
So Anthem's really built around trying to combine the impact of having your own personal story with the fun of playing with other players. But we really want to make sure that, that playing with other people feels like a choice. So for people that want to just experience the story, you're going to be able to do that. Now, going out into an open world like this by yourself is going to be a little bit more challenging than if the team of 4 people. And we've really tried to balance the co-op experience to be fun, even for people that don't normally engage in this kind of thing. So I really hope that everyone at least gives co-op a try.
Okay, that's good to know. If you want to roll solo, you can, but it's just going to be a little bit more difficult. Well, I know you all are on the edges of your seats. How about we show a little gameplay? Yeah? You guys want that? All right, so Kathleen, I think you're going to set this up for us?
I will. So, you and your friends have decided to play a mission called Scars and Villainy. The Scars have put together an acid-based super weapon, so you got to take them out. So you start in the Strider, which is like a giant walker, and it's your forward base of operations. You have a conversation with your crew, Halleck, Faye, and Owen, and you'll hear Owen. He's going to talk us through the mission as we experience it here. And yeah, then you just get into your javelin suit and you head out with your friends.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Mark, Casey, Kathleen, for talking to me about Anthem today. We're going to go ahead and roll the gameplay now. Enjoy, everybody.
Freelancer, time to get to work!
Faye said these bastards made some kind of acid. They're using it as a weapon. So, find where they're making this garbage and shut it all down.
Owen, what's the plan here?
Picking up loads of scars nearby. Take a look around the area, but be careful.
Right. Checking out the Scar Camp some more.
Look at all the weapons! Oh, and the turrets! Better move quickly. There's a Shaper relic. Wait, something's odd. Get a closer look, would you? See those radiant pieces of energy? They're echoes from the Anthem of Creation. Loads of scars nearby. Be careful. Return them to the relic. You've got to silence it fast. It's gone silent. Disaster averted. Do you think we get a bonus for... Wait, something's happening.
What the hell was that?
I think that was whatever laid all the eggs around here. The sound came from below your position. On the plus side, this definitely counts toward hazard pay. There's a trail of this acid gunk leading down. Follow it, and we should find the source.
Yep, and that was actually just a short version of the full demo that we brought here to LA. So if you want to come by the Anthem Theater here at EA Play, you can check out the game live.
So I'm sure the question on everyone's minds, when do we get to play?
So Anthem comes out February 22nd, 2019 on Xbox One, PlayStation 4, and PC.
So mark your calendars, everybody. Fire off your tweets. Thank you so much again to Casey and the entire BioWare team. I know you guys have that awesome theater outside, so I will see you guys there.
All right.
Give it up for Casey Hudson, everybody. I also want to give a big thank you to all of the developers who showcased their games today and everybody working hard at their studios back home around the world. Let's give them all a round of applause. Now, some of what you saw today, you guys have to wait to play. But you guys, EA has so much available right now. Now, for those of you keeping score, you can get your free trial of FIFA 18's World Cup today. And Andrew told us about the free trial of Origin Access. Yarny is back with a buddy in Unravel 2, which is also available today. Plus, you can take on your friends in Command & Conquer Rivals starting today as well. Now, that's a lot of available stuff that's out today. Is anybody ready to go home and download anything? No? You're like, I just want to go outside into the fan fest. I get it. So I want to let you guys know to keep your streams going because in just a few moments, the FIFA 18 World Cup live tournament is going to begin. I'm going to head outside and check out the games, but I want to thank everybody for coming down to EA Play today and watching the press conference, and have a great weekend.
Okay, okay, guys, terribly sorry about that. I just meant to, I didn't really actually mean to nap, because I woke myself up with my own snoring, with my own I didn't honestly mean to do that. I just meant to lie down and just like kind of just like have like one eye open, one eye closed, and then like both eyes closed, and then I heard myself snoring, and I kind of woke up. I was like halfway between sleep. I wasn't like dead asleep. Like I could hear them talking about stuff, and I'd open my eye like a little bit just to see like Anthem being played, but it looks just like an Anthem. Anyway. No, I'm not watching True Boy. No, I'm not watching you, man. No, I'm not watching you. That was hot garbage. That was the worst press conference since like Konami's or whatever or since like Nintendo. That conference was horrible. They didn't even make Anthem look good. You don't bring out a panel of people. This isn't too many games. It's a press conference. It is a live show. You don't bring out a press conference and start talking about it and showing concept art. It's not a panel. It's E3. They even managed to make Anthem look boring. We all know Anthem is going to be good. I get it, Anthem is going to be good. I get that. I get it. But they made it look like trash. EA is horrible. They're trash. That conference was horrible. I give it a D- to F. An F+ to D-. Horrible conference. Horrible. EA doesn't deserve to do conferences. An hour and a half of that took almost an hour and a half of utter garbage. Look, guys, Unravel, great. Whatever. But, like, coming out and talking about UEFA, FIFA, like, bringing out Juju Smith, bringing out Madden, dude. Like, this is why the digital presentations are 10 times better. That conference, that live conference, had no business being an hour and a half. That should have been 25 minutes tops. They have a shoutcaster talking about a mobile game, competitive mobile game, esports mobile gaming on E3? We'll talk about it more on the podcast, guys. I'm gonna get you guys' reactions. We'll have more. We're gonna do the podcast around 1 o'clock. We'll get the podcast going. Just give me a little bit of time. I'm just gonna refresh just a little bit. I'm going to go splash some water on my face. I'm gonna put some hair product and just comb my hair just a little bit because I got a little messed up from the nap. So just give me a little bit of time, guys. Then we'll get to the podcast. We usually start around 2 o'clock my time. But we're not going to start around 2. We're going to start before that. So just give me a little bit of time to make the tags in the post. But no, I don't think it was. But I had no choice to shorten. I had to live stream this, guys. I have to live stream all the press conferences. Any press conference that I can live stream, I've decided that I'm going to live stream it. So any conference that I can, I will. But next year, I'll probably be doing the same thing. But, I mean, last year, it was trash. This year, it was super trash. I'm not expecting much next year. But, I mean, this is just... Sorry about shaking my camera, guys. Shout outs to Andy Mine with the $2 donation. And said, yeah, he's like, yeah, was it a good idea to shorten PE Arena? No, it was not a good idea to shorten PE Arena. I mean, I see what you're saying, man. But, I mean, I really didn't have a choice. I mean, Mama Mercy was talking about Dragon Age. And I told you, Mama Mercy, I was like... You know, don't be surprised if there's no Dragon Age there. Like, don't be surprised. It's not a confirmed game. EA really didn't show off anything that was too surprising or anything. Unravel was a game that many felt that was going to be there. I know Hayden said that, hey, he thinks that Unravel's going to be there. There are many people who think that there was going to be Unravel 2 since that was a 2015 game or something like that, right? Or whatever, 2016, 2015. So there you go. I mean, and it's a smaller game too, guys. So, I mean, it's just not EA... That press conference just wasn't good. It just wasn't good. Shout outs to Ryan Young hitting us with the subscription. Thank you so much, Ryan Young. Do appreciate that. Welcome to the Elite Ninja Village of Player Essence. Hopefully everyone here, everyone here can please welcome Ryan Young to the village. Shout outs also during the live stream. We did get some donations, so that didn't play. So I will go ahead and do it right now. So the best thing about this live stream was this. Best thing about during the EA live stream was this. Toby Blaster! Let's go! Shout outs to my boy, Frank Rodriguez hitting us with that $30. I'll read it again. He says, E3 is upon us. This is for your hard work, man. Thank you so much for the live stream. Absolutely. Well, I don't know. Should be thanking EA. Are we thanking EA for that one? Oh, but no, shout outs. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. Also, Zema Dumont also hit us with the $2. Thank you so much. I'll replay that for you. So Zema Dumont says, them lawn chairs, they spared no expense. So yeah, he's talking about EA's the lawn chairs. Yeah, man. Shout out to the $2 donation. Appreciate that, homie. Grubby K9 as well. Hit us with the $2 donation. Says, hey, no lie, I don't like this style anymore. So yeah, he's talking about the press conferences and all that, like the live streams or the live press conferences. So yeah, so shout outs to everyone who donated during the actual EA show. So I do appreciate that. Sorry that you guys' thing didn't go on right away. So, or sorry that you guys I couldn't play I didn't want the pop-ups during the actual show, you know. Yeah, exactly. I mean, but that's why I said it's careful, you know, because Dragon Age, we don't know anything about Dragon Age. So, I mean, look how apprehensive they've been about, you know, Anthem and everything. That was shown off last year again. Now they showed it off this year. I mean, they showed off more, but I mean, they're still showing off concept art for Anthem. I mean, looks great, but once again, not a very good show. Not a very good show at all. I don't think they did it. I think this was really bad. They turned Command and Conquer into a mobile game. I mean, I don't know what else to tell you guys. It was yeah, EA had the best press conference so far. Yeah, because they would have been the only ones. Yeah. Of course EA hates Switch. I mean, but I don't even really care. Even if EA's games were on Switch, I'm not going to buy them. So people can cry for EA's games on Switch all you want to. I'm not going to buy it. I'm still not going to support on it. I didn't hate on Anthem. I didn't hate on Anthem. But people love Kirby though. I don't know why you're saying you like Kirby but hate on what are those two? I mean, people like Kirby. Kirby and Anthem are a completely different game, but there's no telling that Anthem is going to be a great game. Anthem is a brand new IP. Remember when Mass Effect Andromeda and they were showing that off, and I mean, obviously some people didn't like it, but I mean, they were trying to make Mass Effect Andromeda look the same and just as cool. And people were hyping up Mass Effect Andromeda, you know what I'm saying, to be this great game, John Shepard. So before you sit here and say, oh, well, I mean, hyping up Kirby is a known entity. We know Kirby is usually good, or it has a certain gameplay flow to it. You know what I'm saying? That we know Kirby's going to be at least a somewhat good to decent game. Like, you can sit here and ooh and ah about Anthem's graphics all you want to. We don't know if Anthem's going to be a good game. We have no idea. People are ooh and ahhing over Star Wars Battlefront 2 as well, and look what happened with Star Wars as well. So before you, I mean, don't be tricked by EA's graphics, because EA has done this before. They show off a game, the graphics look really good, then you play the game and it plays like trash, or it's not as good, or they do something. They do something to mess it up. So, I mean, I know you're trying to sit here and try to, you know, make people like, oh, well, you know, like they're fanboying or whatever the case is, but Kirby's a known entity and people know how Kirby plays and they can have fun with it. Anthem, we don't know if Anthem's going to be good. Nobody's ever played Anthem before. It's a brand new IP. So, I mean, for me, it looks fine. It looks okay. But at the same time, I'm not going to sit here and based off of how they showed off Anthem, they did not show off Anthem that made it look in its best light. Yes, it looks okay, but they split it up. They made it seem like a panel. They were showing concept art. You know, they're taking questions. Like, that's, I mean, I don't think that's the way that you show off the game. You know what I'm saying? I'm not sure if that's the way that you do it, especially compared to what they did like last year, which was kind of like the same thing, but just expanded on what they did last year. So, I mean, before we sit here and appoint Anthem to be the greatest thing ever, just like people were doing with Star Wars, let's wait and see. Let's wait and see before we do that, because the controls could be garbage. The game could be not good, but it looks okay for right now. It looks okay. It looks okay, but I'm not gonna sit here. I'm not gonna sit here and appoint Anthem to be so good. We don't know. Now, if Anthem comes out and it's good, then you know what I'm saying. Then okay, then Anthem's a good franchise. But we gotta wait and see. We gotta wait and see. Kirby's known. Kirby is Kirby. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not anything. It's just Kirby. You know. BioWare has a better track record for games than Kirby games. That's very, very subjective. Very subjective, because if you look at what BioWare's done over the past couple different games, I would disagree with that. If you look at what the Kirby games did, like the Triple Deluxe and all the different Kirby games that came out on the 3DS, you look at those games, and then those were actually solid games. Then you look at like Mass Effect Andromeda. You look at you know how they bungled Mass Effect 3. I mean, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. And Kirby games don't have a $40 million budget as well. EA and BioWare in general has messed up games even when their budget was there. You know what I'm saying? Kirby has a fraction of the budget of or EA has way more. The teams have way more to work with than what Kirby has. So, I mean, I would say that that's debatable to say that BioWare has a better, like, a track record than Kirby games. That's very, very debatable. Very debatable. I don't know about that. I do not know about that. Mass Effect Andromeda was a huge letdown. Mass Effect Andromeda is not, it's really bad. Like, it's really, really bad. The past few Kirby games, in terms of full Kirby games, we're not talking about like the downloadable stuff, but the past few Kirby games have all been good. Triple Deluxe was good. Planet Robobot was good. Kirby Star Allies, people seem to like it. I mean, it's not as good as the other ones, some people say, but at the same time, it's not a bad game. Mass Effect Andromeda is horrible. So, I mean, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Do not know about that. But that's just my opinion. That's just my opinion. I don't know why he's comparing Kirby to Anthem and all that, but hey, I mean, he's trying. He's trying. But I don't know why. I mean, one of them has literally millions upon millions of dollars to work with. The other one has like literally a shoestring budget to work with compared to EA's games. But hey, you know, whatever. If you're going to compare the two, go ahead. So, okay, but John Shepard, here's the thing. You are comparing BioWare's all track record to just one franchise of Kirby. You're comparing that to just one franchise. Like, how are you comparing everything BioWare has done in their past, which many of the people that you are naming all those games don't even work there anymore? You're talking about KOTOR, you're talking about Dragon Age Origins, you're talking about Mass Effect Trilogy. A lot of the people that worked on those games aren't even there anymore, okay? So you're comparing all of those past games from people who aren't even there compared to one franchise within Kirby, which is still just subjective based on your opinion. Somebody can sit here and say, no, I like all the Kirby games that came out like on the Super Nintendo, and all of the good Kirby games are better than those games on there. That can be easily said and done. It's not like Kirby games are bad. So first of all, your thought process is ridiculously subjective. On top of that, you're comparing a bunch of multiple franchises to one franchise. You have all sorts of bad comparisons all over the place. Do you want to compare one franchise to another franchise? Why are you comparing everything that BioWare, I'm a big BioWare fan, why are you comparing their whole backlog to one simple franchise? How does that even make sense? Are you trying to compare them to HAL? If you want to make a comparison to HAL Laboratories to BioWare. Do not make a comparison to Mass Effect, BioWare, all this stuff that BioWare's done to Kirby by itself. Say HAL versus BioWare. Do that. That's a better comparison. HAL, all they make is Kirby. So, I mean, it's a horrible comparison just to begin with. You need to pick something else, okay? I see what you're trying to do, but look, listen. Like I said, they call me Ace Attorney, John. Trust me. They call me Ace Attorney. I'm an Ace Debater. What you're doing right now is a horrible comparison. You're comparing BioWare and their entirety of people who aren't even there anymore to one franchise. That's not a good comparison. That's not a great argumentative point. Trust me. Take one thing compared to the other. If you want to say BioWare's track record is better than HAL's track record, then okay, that's fine if you want to do that. But you're talking about multiple different games compared to a company that literally makes just one type of game, which is Kirby. And like I said, it's even still subjective because people really like Kirby games. Kirby games are good. Kirby games have rated good. So even then, it's still subjective. So to say, oh, the track record based on what? Like, if their track record was so good, what the heck happened to Mass Effect Andromeda? Because that game is absolute trash. You're talking about track record, then what happened? Their track record should have helped them with Mass Effect Andromeda. What happened with Mass Effect 3? Why is Mass Effect 3 arguably worse than Mass Effect 2 and worse than Mass Effect 1? What you're talking about the track record, you know, I mean, hey, like, if their track record was so good, then they wouldn't have those problems. So you can see that the talent from BioWare has been leaving and the games have been degrading in quality because that talent is leaving. That's the thing. You know, that's the thing. Casey Hudson is there, okay, but Casey Hudson is one guy. And he even said that in there. You're not going to win an argument with BioWare against me. I know too much about this company. Casey Hudson left, then came back. So the man wasn't even there the whole time. He literally left and then he came back. So you're saying Casey Hudson, okay, but the original founders of BioWare, are they there? No, they're not there. Many of the people who worked on Mass Effect games, are they there? No, they're not there either. A lot of the team has left and turned over. What you need to do, John, you need to go read the article from Jason Schneer or whatever his name is from Kotaku and read what happened with Mass Effect Andromeda. The talent has been dried out for years at BioWare. They are not the same developer that they used to be. Don't get me wrong. I'm looking forward to Anthem. That's great. I get what you're trying to say. I get that. Like, you know, but you're doing, it's a horrible comparison. I mean, you can argue all you want to, but you saying, oh, well, they're past whatever compared to Kirby, that is not a great comparison, and it's ridiculously subjective. You're comparing a bunch of franchises to one franchise. Either you pick one franchise and compare that to Kirby, or you pick the company and say, okay, well, overall you feel that the company is, but you're comparing a company that makes one franchise to a bunch of different development studios. HAL is literally a fraction of the size of BioWare, yet you're comparing them to thousands upon thousands of developers who've made all different types of games and different. I mean, BioWare has 2 separate divisions within BioWare. They have multiple studios. HAL is one studio with like less than 100 people. I mean, it's not even one studio gets millions upon millions of dollars for marketing and the game. The other studio doesn't. It's a horrible comparison. It's almost like comparing. I mean, I think when it comes to budget, it's almost like comparing an indie game to a triple A game and trying to sit here and say, oh, well, see, look at their track record compared to like an indie developer. I don't think it's not a fair comparison. It's not a comparison that you should be making in the first place. And one, you didn't do a good job of even explaining your comparison when you started bringing up multiple different games compared to literally just Kirby. That doesn't make sense. So like I said, I see what you're trying to do. I'm going to end it right here. I see what you're trying to do, John, but you need to do a better job of making your point in terms of comparison. Anyway, you can compare, like I said, then if you want to compare it to HAL, that's fine, but that's subjective. People really love Kirby. You get Kirby Superstar. You look at all the games that they've made before in the past. Kirby, all the other different Kirby games, those can be good. People can think that those are just as good as BioWare's games. So whatever you want to sit here and say, that's it's opinion. It's subjective. You can't sit here and say BioWare is 100% better than HAL based on the track record. There's been a bunch of great Kirby games. Planet Robobot and Kirby Triple Deluxe, those all get good reviews and sell well too. So your opinion is subjective. To say that their track record is so much better than HAL's, I'd say no, that's not true. I would say that it's your opinion. It's your opinion on that. But the track record means nothing. All that means is right now. Like, you can talk about track record. Track record is great, but they flopped on Mass Effect 3 and the endings. They flopped on Mass Effect Andromeda. They haven't been that great. I mean, what did they have? Dragon Age Inquisition, okay, a couple years ago, but lately they haven't been that great. So I'm not gonna bank on track record. And they didn't do a good job of presenting the game right now. Plain and simple. They didn't do a good job of presenting the game, but it's a stupid comparison to make in the first place. I mean, are we going to start comparing Nintendo's first party to, I don't know, an indie developer? Are we going to start comparing that? I mean, like, it's a dumb comparison in the first place. HAL's never been as big as BioWare in terms of the games that they make. They've never had the money or the size or the team in order to make games like that. So, I mean, it's not a fair comparison, and it's a dumb comparison, to be honest. But that's just my opinion. If you want to compare these 2 developers, go ahead and compare them, but you're literally it's a very unfair comparison. But hey, yeah, Angry Birds has a better track record than Nintendo. Exactly. Let's start comparing mobile developers too while we're at it. I mean, I don't think BioWare should be, at this point, BioWare should not be compared. I mean, $40 million. I wonder what would happen if Nintendo walked into HAL and said, hey HAL, you guys have $40 million and 4 to 5 years to create a new Kirby game. Here you go. I think the guys at HAL would be like, Nani? They would flip their you-know-what if they ever got $40 million, 100+ man team size, marketing out the yin-yang for a Kirby game. Oh my gosh, imagine that type of Kirby game. That'd be the greatest Kirby game of all time. Oh my gosh, that'd be the greatest Kirby game of all time. Has nothing to do with I'm just saying, like, it's a silly comparison in my opinion. Silly comparison. But yeah, EA's trash. But I mean, I would love for the team to get the same resources and money that BioWare gets. I imagine that. Look at how good Kirby Planet Robobot is. Imagine if Nintendo walked in and gave them $40 million for a Kirby game. Like, imagine that, dude. Imagine that. They'd be like Scrooge McDuck over here developing games in like gold. Like, yo, man, this is nice. Wow, we actually get a development budget to make a game. Whoa. BioWare craps away all their money that they get. Mass Effect 3, Mass Effect Andromeda. What's going on with this team? So listen, guys, I'm not trying to hate on Anthem. I think Anthem could be great, but you know, yeah, yeah, of course. What are you talking about? Like, do you sit here and compare independent games to Nintendo games that have way bigger budgets? I mean, you're comparing two developers that really have nothing to do with each other. You're sitting here and you're saying, people are cheering for Kirby then hating on Anthem. I already said from the very beginning, Kirby is a known entity. Anthem is not. We do not know if Anthem will be good. BioWare's last game was Andromeda. You're talking about track record. Track record does not matter when most of the people have left. So I was deconstructing your argument. You said track record. You should say, oh, well, they have a track record. I said, no, their track record doesn't matter when a lot of people have left. A lot of the talent there have left. Casey Hudson left, then came back. So he wasn't even there for all the development of Anthem because you said, oh, well, Casey Hudson's there. He wasn't there for all the development of Anthem. So what I'm trying to say is that your argument of track record does not play a part into this one because their track record right now is Mass Effect Andromeda, okay? That's their track record. That's the latest game that they did was Mass Effect Andromeda, and that was trash. Their track record is well, we're talking about BioWare, but EA is Star Wars Battlefront 2. These are what people think of when people think of EA right now. It's Star Wars Battlefront 2 and Mass Effect Andromeda. They don't think of KOTOR, okay? KOTOR is long and gone, all right? Nobody's thinking of that. All right, so when you're talking about track record, people are thinking about what have you done for me lately? And what we've got from EA lately is Star Wars Battlefront 2 and Mass Effect Andromeda for their big games. And people have a sour taste in their mouth based on those games, okay? That's what people are thinking right now. I'm just saying, that's what people have in their minds when it comes to big EA games is Andromeda and freaking Star Wars. So I'm just saying, KOTOR does not matter in this case. It does not matter at all. And comparing it to Kirby, I mean, like I said, Kirby, in terms of what you get with Kirby, has been the same for a long time. It's been the same. It's consistent. EA is not consistent, okay? EA is up and down all over the place. We don't know if Anthem's going to be good. We got to wait and see. We got to wait and see if Anthem's going to be good. And not everybody was loving Kirby, by the way, okay? There's a lot of people that were on my channel that are saying they don't think Kirby looks good. They didn't buy Kirby. Kirby did it, they did, you know what I'm saying? Like Kirby was too easy. So before you start brandishing everybody with the strong paintbrush there, okay, you need to actually go back and look at what some of the people on the channel and what other people were even saying. Because what you're doing is doing the same thing Mikkel did to me and say, oh, well, somebody attacked me from your community and I'm going to attack and paint the whole community. Okay, go back and actually look. Not everybody was agreeing and saying that Kirby was the greatest thing ever, even on the channel. So your argument has literally it has no merit. You're just bringing it up because it's Nintendo. Oh, Nintendo fans. I mean, that's all you're doing. You're doing the same tactic that most people use over the internet when they feel like, oh, like you're being a fanboys. Oh, well, you guys like this and you're not liking this. It's like, dude, they didn't do a good job of showing off Anthem. That was not a good job of showing off Anthem, plain and simple. Not a good job. Anthem is I think it's going to be good. I think it's going to be good, but they did not do a good job of showing it off. They had a panel. They had a 3-person panel, and they were showing concept art. Like it was like a gaming, what was it, like Too Many Games or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like they did a panel style. Like that is not a way to do it. Like they were mixing in some trailer and then concept art and then like this and then like that. It's like, oh my gosh, like what is this? Like why would you butcher your game like this? I don't understand their weaving in and out CG trailer, CG concept art, bits of gameplay trailer at the end, talking about the game. I mean, like, are you trying to tell me this is how you want games to be revealed? Like, when they reveal Fire Emblem, do you want them to CG trailer? Then do you want them to go into concept art? Then do you want them to go into weird? Here's a little bit of gameplay. Okay, now let's take some questions from Twitter. Let's do this. Like, do you guys want like big games revealed like that? I mean, seriously, like, is that what you is that what you guys want? do you guys want games revealed like that? Is that how you guys want games to be presented? With concept art, CG trailers, bits of gameplay, 3-person panels, weaving in and out, some lady taking questions from Twitter. Like, no, I don't want games like I don't want games revealed like that. No, I'm sorry. Maybe you do, but I do not want games shown off like that. That is a horrible presentation style. It was trash. Okay. Well, John, like I said, I'm not gonna, we'll just, like I said, we'll just agree to disagree then. We'll just agree to disagree or whatever. Just, you can think what you want to think. I'll think what I want to think. How about that? We'll just move on. We got some donations here. So shout outs to Ms. Velvet Crow. Thank you for the $1 donation through Super Chat. Also shout outs to Neil McDonald for the subscription. Thank you so much, homie. Appreciate that. Also shout outs to Shane Flores with the subscription too. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Shout outs to Power Level Amy with the $1 donation through Streamlabs. Thank you for using Streamlabs. And she says that $1 is in dedication to my boy, Yarny, Unravel 2 Hype. Shout out. So you'll probably be downloading that. Also, shout outs to Ryan Young with the subscription. Thank you so much. Welcome to the village. Also, shout outs to Avidin with the $2 donation. Says, what did I just walk into? Me discussing stuff with John about his weird comparisons that he was making. Also, shout outs to Ataki, the Ashen Knight, donated $10 through Super Chat. Says, I was trying to find something positive to say about the EA show. At least the women were good looking. Smiley face. Yo, shout outs, man. shout outs. Okay, guys. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm going to get ready for the we're gonna have a podcast. We're gonna have a reaction to EA's EA Play. We're going to have E3 predictions for companies. We're going to have a bunch of different stuff. I'm going to give the cast a little bit of time to get ready for that. Mizza T's here. Shout outs to Mizza T. Hey, Mizza T, are you doing anything? Hit me up on Twitter if you want to jump in on the podcast with this, Mizza T. I'm having a podcast in about 20 minutes or so. We're going to give a little bit of break. Mizza T, if you're free, you can come on the podcast with us. I would like to have another YouTuber on it if we can. But anyway, so yeah, we are going to be having that. We have 360 people watching. All of you guys should be at the podcast then, okay? Because like the podcast is just going to be at a bit. So if you guys aren't doing anything, I should say 360 people in our podcast too, because we haven't cracked 300 yet in our podcast. So if you guys like me talking more about EA, we're going to get a bunch of people on here. We're going to have a bunch of people from the community. We're going to be talking about EA, the play, how bad it was. We're going to be talking about predictions for E3. We're going to be going over all that stuff, Microsoft, Sony, and all that. It should be a good podcast, guys. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I think it would be really cool. But anyway, let's see. Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Mr. T says this thing. How are you going to show off your big coming out in February in such a boring manner? That's exactly what I was saying. Like they butchered. They literally chopped. They butchered. It's either you do a panel or you do a trailer or you do a gameplay and a trailer. Like the way that they chopped up Anthem into this weird algorithm of stuff is just ridiculous. It's just Oh, you're in? Okay, send you an invite. All right, cool. I'll send you it via Twitter. I'm gonna send a group message to everyone that's gonna be in it. And yeah, we'll get going in just a bit, guys. Look forward to a post. I'll probably do 1:30 my time, so it gives everybody a little bit of time to get their thoughts ready and all that. So 1:30, so a little bit over 30 minutes, guys. We're going to have a Players' podcast. Mizza T is going to be on there. We're going to have a bunch of people. We're going to have Andy. We're going to have Switch the PC Mark. We're going to have Mama Mercy. And we're going to have Upper Nimbus. So we're going to have a good cast on, guys. It's going to be a lot of fun. I think it's going to be... Could you say it, please, at least? It's all good, John. It's all good. It was a good back and forth. We had good back and forth. No shots to John, guys. No shots to John. But like I said at the very beginning, John, I see what you're trying to say. Remember, I did say that, so I wasn't disagreeing with everything. I see what you were trying to say. So I get your base root level of what you're trying to say. So shout outs there. All right, guys. That wraps it up for this one here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Do appreciate it. Thank you for, I think for all the donations. You guys were awesome. Thank you so much. All the subscriptions. You guys were amazing. Thank you so much for that as well. And look forward to the podcast. It's going to be a big show. And George as well. Sorry, George as well. So there's going to be at least 6 or 7 people on here. We'll settle in and smash. All right, dude, we'll do that. All right, so thank you guys so much for watching. I do appreciate it, and look forward to the podcast. I'll have a post up with the thumbnail and everything in just a bit. Give me about 10 minutes or so to get that going, and we'll start around 1:30, just as long as everyone's ready. We'll start around 1:30, okay? So less than 30, or about 30 to 40 minutes we'll start up. So look forward to that, guys. Get something to eat, and I'll be back here very soon. So thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you guys for the next one. Peace.